Hello, welcome to Press Play Action here, Jersey Nerds Productions, Mitchell Lee, Tommy Grant, Brandon 2. I think I said all your names correctly and in the right order. There is no right order. We're talking about the ending of the Alien quadrilogy. And if you're to say, Mitchell, that's not a word, I don't know. Maybe it is.
That's what they say.
That's what the that's what the DVD box says. It says Alien quadrilogy. So that's what I'm calling it. So Alien 3 and Alien 4. Not directed by Ridley Scott.
Thank you.
Not directed by James Cameron, but we have another legend directing the third movie, David Fincher. So that means it's going to be good, right? Well, we will get into it starting now, actually. This is directed by David Fincher, starring Sigourney Weaver, starring Charles S. Dutton, Charles Dance, Charles Melton, Prince Charles, Charles Woodson, I'm sure, made a cameo in this movie. This was released May 22nd, 1992. Also notice what names I didn't say, but we'll get back to that. And this had a budget of around $50 million, and it made about $160 million. So the movie still did well. It had the fifth biggest opening in 1992. However,
that movie was just purely riding the high of Aliens. That's all it was.
And nothing will give that away more than the fact that it was the fifth highest opening, and it was the 28th highest grossing movie of 1992.
Oh, no.
Think of that. Fifth highest opening, but 28th. You've got movies like Forever Young, Beethoven. Yeah, I know it's Beethoven, but I just like saying Beethoven. House Sitter. Unlawful Entry, Honey, I Blew Up the Kid.
They made that.
Sense of a Woman. Hooah!
That was a weird sequel.
Okay, I was like, that's a sequel. I've never seen it. What? That's pretty funny.
But yeah, 28th. What movie do you think had the highest opening in 1992?
92.
That was the Terminator, was it?
No, it's not the Terminator.
Okay.
It's 1991, Tommy.
You're off. Okay.
Damn it, Tommy.
I mean, okay, you really should give him props for getting.
I'm not giving him props for getting the question wrong.
That's fine, but you're acting like being 1 year off is like the worst thing possible.
When the question is, what was the highest grossing movie of 1992, and you pick a movie that wasn't in 1992, I'm not going to give you props for that. Sorry.
Was it
I know you understand, Tommy.
I understand. Was it Quentin Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs?
Was it Jurassic Park?
Another movie that did not come out in 1992, and then Reservoir Dogs. You would be surprised to learn that was a movie that really did not have any sort of financial presence. That was the 136th highest grossing movie of 1992. But it was the first movie that Brandon and I reviewed, or the first movie that this podcast has reviewed from the year 1992. This is
A Few Good Men.
No. All right, I'm going to say it because none of you guys are even coming close. It was Batman Returns. It was the second Michael Keaton Batman.
Not even the best. No, I'm just kidding.
I actually do think that's the best Michael Keaton
Yeah, I think it actually might be the best.
I think that's a very underrated movie, but we'll review Batman Returns eventually.
Did I tell you I saw the first two in Dolby? They were showing them back to back one night.
Oh,
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know what's not really cool?
This movie.
We're gonna
David
start
Fincher doing this movie.
Well, first of all, David Fincher hates and disowns this movie.
Well, this is his directorial debut too. So like,
can I throw something out there?
His feature film debut because he hates
his career survived.
Being the person I am, I watched the 2003 special edition.
Oh.
Is the special edition his movie?
I don't. It was
cut?
released without Fincher's involvement.
Okay.
And Fincher disowns this movie, and this movie is widely regarded as one of the biggest cases of studio interference that there has ever been. There's been a lot of different scripts of this movie, and it all just ended up being some mismatched mess of crap that didn't end up working out. This is a movie that a lot of people say is very divisive, yet I never really hear anyone say anything other than it's not horrible, but it's not good either about it. So I don't think it's all about divisive.
No, I don't think it's divisive at all. I guess watching the 2003 special edition, my movie was 2 hours and 24 minutes. So I think there was some extra stuff thrown in there.
Yeah,
I don't hate it, but I don't love it, I guess.
This is one of those movies that I did hear I think it's called the assembly cut, where they added in 30 minutes of footage that apparently fixes a lot of the issues the movie has.
I don't know what they added in, but it like kind of works, but it also is like very not David Fincher. So
yeah, everything I've read
really
about that cut is it apparently fills in more character development, has much more consistent theme along the movie.
We need 2 hour and 20-minute movies. We need people to stop advocating for less than 2 hour movies, unless you're a movie that doesn't deserve it. And I think an Aliens franchise movie deserves however long they want to tell the story, and that is why the studio can go F itself.
David Fincher said in 2009, "No one hated Alien 3 more than me. To this day, no one hates it more than me." And Sigourney Weaver said that this was a transition moment when studios stopped being about let's make great films and started being about let's not lose money. They had the great idea to put David Fincher aboard for his first film, but then to not support the guy was very idiotic. Which I agree, because if you've seen any of David Fincher's movies post Alien 3, like his next movie, I'm not making this up, his next movie after this is 7. And I think, and spoiler alert for our review, and a spoiler alert for our review of 7, I think 7 is one of the best movies ever made.
Thank you. Where he was given creative control to be like, I gotta let Kevin Spacey like do his fucking thing here. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. He made this. He made Fight Club. Of course, we all know Social Network and Gone Girl. We know what David Fincher is capable of when you let David Fincher do David Fincher stuff. Theatrically released movies, I might add.
Yeah, even though he's kind of done like the Netflix route, even like I still thought The Killer was like interesting.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's not as good as I'd want a David Fincher movie to be, but it's a good movie, and it's not this. This is also I don't know, because I'm just a mere doofus. I feel like they went to CGI for so many of the shots of the alien in this movie.
I think they did, yeah.
And it looks rough because it's 1992 CGI as opposed to, more practical work that was done in the first and the second movie. But also I feel like so much of this movie is almost like, hey, I know we have a bunch of F-bombs in this movie, but maybe we can get a PG-13 if we just don't show things happening. Because they cut away
the F-bombs.
No, I'm just saying, like, from the violence. It's almost like the person that was editing the movie and the scriptwriter weren't, there was no conversation had, because the editor was almost like trying to cut this down for PG-13 because there's so much not shown.
I could be wrong. I don't know what the special edition is rating-wise, but I will say this. There was some violence in the cut that I watched, and so maybe that was what they added in, was like, hey, let's add some more scenes. Or like Tommy was saying, let's add some context. Like, let's add some actual context to this plot and not just like cut things off. Because then, I was reading about it afterwards after I'd watched the special edition, and I was like, interesting decisions in the theatrical release, I should say.
I think I was watching a prison reform movie more than an alien movie.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Like, hey, the moral obligation of, hey, we have this one woman who's stuck with a bunch of space rapists and murderers.
There's also a religious vibe to it.
Well, yeah, because they form like this little like religious cult thing of like, hey, we're not gonna do bad stuff anymore. But like, I don't care about that when I'm watching a fucking alien movie.
Sure. I was trying to figure out that.
Talk about this movie, and I've known what was going. I've heard about how this movie opens,
Yeah,
a
how
number
this
of
movie
times.
opens is crazy.
And
Yeah.
this is, again, it's kind of Terminator Genesis, or not Terminator Dark Fate all over again, where it's, let's just start the movie by killing classic characters that we all know and love. And that endears you to absolutely no one.
Easy writing.
But in that movie, at the very least, they were throwing something different at you. It wasn't the movie directly following it. And there was an attempt to do something different. It failed. But this movie, and it showed you something. This movie was just like, yeah, no, they fucking died off screen. Yeah, Bishop, Hicks, Newt, yeah, they all just died off screen. Yeah. And you've been in a coma for like 60-something years or something. And they just died off screen. And now you're just going to be in this gray prison for the whole movie. And I'm going to say this with this movie, and I'm going to pound the table forward even harder on the next movie. These two movies look like shit. Mm-hmm. I don't know what happened in the visual department, but these two movies are just horrendous to look at. And it makes getting through an under 2-hour movie more difficult than it needs to be.
You should have watched the special edition, straight up.
Okay, what's different about it? Does it look different?
I'm looking it up because I'm really not sure. But it's 2 hours and 24 minutes, and I feel like they actually cover some stuff and they don't just like cut away. So I think
my other biggest gripe about this movie is you have an actor in here that actually can act, and that's Charles Dance. And you kill him off so early on in the movie. So I'm like, oh, great. We're not going to get any good dialogue or acting for the rest of the movie. I don't know how you guys feel about Charles Dance.
Yeah, they did just...
Okay.
It was very unceremonious what they did to him.
Like Charles Dance has that ability to kind of control the room when he gives dialogue. Like, watching him in Game of Thrones, he's phenomenal. So I was excited to see him in this movie. I was like, all right, we're going to have some decent acting, decent dialogue, and then they kill him off so quickly. I'm like, that's not the person they should have killed off.
So what I've seen, apparently, is the opening scene is just, like, feels different, where Clemens, like, runs into, like, whatever happens with the crash and, like, kind of saves Ripley and then, like, brings her into the facility, whereas like in theatrical release, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, it feels like they just jump to her being in the facility and they're just like, oh, you were part of this crash and people died, where like they kind of show you a little bit of the crash and it's like they open up the movie as like, okay, this crash happens, so like you're aware that the crash happens. So again, it's like an extra 2 minutes or like 2.5 minutes, but like it helps fuel the plot better than like the theatrical release. Is what I'm getting at. I didn't watch the theatrical release, so I don't know what the differences are. But that's what I just pulled up on Screen Rant. So yeah, so it's a lot of that stuff. I'm assuming is Mitchell, when you're talking about the editors trying to cut it like super quick so they can like get to the next scene or like make this a 2-hour movie. It seems like they added an extra 30 minutes where it's like, no, let's let the storyline play out a little bit and like actually like show some things. So maybe that's why I don't hate it as much as y'all do. I don't love it. I'm flat out gonna say that, but I don't know where you guys are at like grade wise. But
I don't hate this movie.
I don't think it's divisive. Yeah, I don't think it's divisive, but I don't love it, but I also don't hate it. I'm in the middle on it, basically.
This movie reminded me of a movie that we just watched. It reminded me so much of Rise of Skywalker, where it just felt like a movie that kind of felt afraid to be a movie. And it felt to me like it was so much of a bunch of different ideas, and none of them were really taking control. And so it just felt aimless. And you have actors that are trying to do their best with what they're given. I don't know if anybody is particularly bad in this movie, but no one really stands out too much. The dialogue isn't particularly good, but it's not as bad as some things we'll talk about later. It's just a very uninspired movie.
It's interesting you compare it to that because remember how I mentioned how Rise of Skywalker, they were kind of playing around with the whole lineage of Rey, and they just were doing things mid movie, didn't have any final decisions. This movie was the same way. Apparently, there was no actual finished script when the filming began,
That's
and
crazy.
the actors were given new pages of script daily, and apparently, entire character arcs were rewritten mid shoot. So, like, this is a movie that was just like figuring its way while filming, which is not the way to do it, and you definitely see that in this movie.
Okay, I figured it out. Screen Rant says the middle act there's a single plot arc where Golik is like the deranged prisoner who like believes that he has a spiritual connection with the alien. They
Oh, yeah.
dive into that scene for like 15 to 20 minutes. They actually like explain like why he feels that way and like kind of go deeper into like why he feels that way. And it honestly to me is like probably one of the better parts of the special edition. So just to take that entire 20 15 minutes out and just be like, all right, like, we're just gonna take this entire arc out is crazy to me. But like again, that's a studio interfering, and I feel like that's something that David Fincher would like adamantly want in the movie to be like, I need this character's plot arc to like make the movie connect and make sense. And instead you just take the arc out and you're just like, okay, now the third act is like what it is. Like it just we're just gonna take all this entire character arc. And I just yeah, that just seems so stupid to me. So I'm glad I didn't watch the theatrical. In my head I was thinking, should I watch the theatrical? Should I watch the theatrical? And then I was like, no. We always watch the extended edition if it's available to us.
I did not
I
have
think
the
this is a good
extended edition, so I was stuck
Oh
with the
man.
theatrical.
Yeah, I
And
did
then
not watch that one. That one's also, in case you're wondering, Tommy, the movie is that's half an hour longer. That's
Oh
a
yeah,
Yeah.
2 hour, 24-minute movie. I'm
Yep.
not
Yeah.
doing that.
Okay.
I don't
mean,
need
fair
2
enough.
hours and 24 minutes of a movie that I already don't like. So,
I mean, maybe you would have liked it more. Is my point.
yeah, but I would need to like it a considerable amount more. Like Kingdom of Heaven, where people talk about the extended version of the director's cut of Kingdom of Heaven as if that is a wildly different movie. I don't really hear that from this quite as much. And I'll go ahead and give my grade now. It's very similar to Rise of Skywalker. I'm at a C minus 1.80.
I'm at a D plus 95.
So
Yeah.
very close.
Maybe it's because I watched the special edition. C plus. 31.2.
See, that's the thing. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch 30 more minutes to go from a C minus to a C plus. Like, that's
Okay.
just not. I'm not in the business of that.
I also don't love the idea of Alien 3 anyway. Like a religious cult inside this like
No.
prisoner correctional facility,
2 hours
Like
of hanging out with space rapists, like that's such a fun plot.
yeah, okay, so apparently in your guys' theatrical release, the xenomorphs like pop out of her chest at the end. There's none of that. She just melts into the molten lava. Like they don't give a
Wait,
nod
really?
to the xenomorphs. Yeah, she
I mean, I
opens her
do
arms
like
and
that.
falls and just dies.
I did think that was stupid.
Yeah,
I was
they
like,
took that
really,
out.
right as she's really.
They
That
took
was
that
dumb.
out. Yeah, they were just like she sacrificed herself. It's like okay, cool.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
Speaking of dumb shit, let's talk about Alien Resurrection.
I'm trying to figure out if you hate this movie more than the other one, or you,
I'm going to give you a brief spoiler. I hate this movie.
Okay.
This is directed by Jean-Pierre Jeunet, who directed the movie Amelie, which is a movie that is on the IMDb Top 250. So clearly he is capable of making movies that aren't shit. Didn't do that with this movie, but he's capable of doing it. This movie was also written by Joss Whedon, who has his ups and downs as well, but he wrote and directed the first Avengers movie as well as Age of Ultron.
Well, he also had a lot of big TV shows out at this point in the 90s.
And he also wrote The Cabin in the Woods, which is a movie that we have talked about and really enjoyed. This movie, for some fucking reason, stars Sigourney Weaver and Winona Ryder. We'll get back to that. This was released in November of 1997 on a $70 million budget, made $161 million. So it didn't really make money, but it didn't really lose money either. This really fell off because this was I talked about how Alien 3 was the 5th highest opening movie of 1997. Alien Resurrection was, I got to get to counting now, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24th biggest opening movie of 1997. And if we are going to the overall gross, it was number 43 behind such classics as, do you know how bad it was? It made less money than Speed 2. Speed 2 is widely regarded as one of the worst sequels, if not worst movies, ever made. And it made less than that despite making more than it on its opening weekend. So that should just tell you how beloved Alien Resurrection was. I think this movie is a giant piece of shit and considerably worse than Alien 3. This movie looks horrible. They bring Sigourney Weaver back as like a clone of Ellen Ripley.
8. Yeah, Ripley 8.
Somehow
Stupid.
Ripley returned.
Yeah. Thank you.
No, I'm with you.
I'm with you. Rise of Skywalker.
I'm with you.
But her presence in this movie is stupid. Somehow the presence of Winona Ryder might be dumber because she is horrible in this movie. To be fair, I don't think anyone is good in this movie, with the exception of maybe Brad Dourif, who just gives it his all, and that was kind of entertaining. And the guy from fucking Breaking Bad. I'm like, why is Tuco Salamanca from Breaking Bad in here? He doesn't fit in this at all.
Who is that?
Salamanca from Breaking Bad?
Yeah, who is
Tuco? Oh, he was
who's the actor? Who's the actor?
Raymond Cruz.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yes, he is.
And he's acting like Tuco Salamanca in space.
He is. Yeah.
Which is a vibe for sure.
I mean, Ron Perlman, like, kind of.
I could not stand him in this.
It's acting like Ron Perlman in this movie,
who was horrible in this movie.
Yeah.
Winona Ryder, who is horrible in this movie, and there's a twist with her character that is both shockingly stupid and yet shockingly predictable, and I just didn't care. I hated every single thing about this movie. I hated the way the aliens looked. The alien at the very end of this movie has been clowned on for almost 3 decades now, as far as how it looks like an abortion that survived. Like, that's a perfect way to summarize it. It's horrible. Sigourney Weaver is weirdly just like horny for people, robots, aliens. It's very strange. I hate this crew more than I hated the prisoners in Alien 3, which, if you think about it, is a really hard thing to accomplish, and I don't think they were trying to make me hate them. So, good job, everybody. Did I mention that I hated the way this movie looked? Because I just flat hated looking at this movie.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
The cinematographer is Darius Kanji, who...
They went from the final scene of the molten lava with Ripley to just picking right back up where they left off.
Do you know what the last movie Darius Kanji was the cinematographer of, Brandon? I'll leave this up to you.
Was it this movie?
No, not at all.
Okay. Oh,
you want to throw out a guess?
Oh, do you want me to throw out a guess?
I'm not too up to stuff on my cinematographer side.
The last movie...
Is it like a sci-fi movie?
No.
No, okay.
The last movie he was a cinematographer of, Brandon. Marty Supreme.
Oh, well.
So he is more than capable of making a movie look good. He did it with Marty Supreme. He did it with Mickey 17. He did it with Uncut Gems. I don't love Midnight in Paris, but the movie looks good.
I'm gonna blame directorial decisions or something.
I'm either gonna blame that or I'm gonna blame, the production company or production design. but this movie looks horrendous. It's one of my least favorite. It looks AI for some reason. And part of that might also be special effects were in a weird place in the late 90s where you had people trying to use CGI to do things. People were trying to use CGI to do things that it just couldn't do yet. Like, I like the movie Blade. Blade also came out around this time. I think it might have been 98.
Yep, 98.
Blade has some horrendous CGI, but I still have fun with that movie. This movie just looks horrendous, and I don't enjoy it. And I also have a feeling that my opinion on this movie might not be shared. So I will vacate the floor so you guys can wax poetic about Alien Resurrection.
I got nothing nice to say about it.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait, what? You gave it 3 stars on Letterboxd.
It's all right. My
Explain
grade
yourself.
is a C-2. Like, I'm talking. Like,
okay, a C- is like 2 stars on Letterboxd.
Yeah, that's not 3 stars. 3 stars means you liked the movie.
It's fine. It's fine.
We've had this conversation before. Our star ratings are different.
Well,
yeah, our star ratings are correct.
But 3 stars is saying that you like the movie. And you didn't like the movie.
1 is F, 2 is D, 3 is C, 4 is B, 5 is A.
No. An A- is not a 5-star movie.
Got him.
An A isn't a 5-star movie.
Got him.
Yeah, it's 4.
There's also halves, Tommy.
Yeah,
you can give halves. You can give halves.
4.5 would be the A- to A category. 5 is like the middle of A to A+ category for me.
Oh, I kind of dig that.
Yeah, because
I kind of don't.
That's the most logical way to do it.
I kind of did that. Oh, but okay.
I understand how you reached that point. It's stupid, but I understand how you got there.
I made a joke before we got on that these are just like B- movies. In actuality, they're just like C+ movies to me.
Yeah.
Like, I guess they're better than mid.
Very generous man.
I guess they're better than mid. I mean,
you are a very generous man. Please explain me. What did you like about this? You two both. What did you like about this movie? What gave you enjoyment?
Sigourney Weaver is like trying. I don't know. Like,
Sigourney Weaver is trying.
For me,
I was paid very well. She better be fucking trying.
Oh,
they gave her $11 million. She better be fucking trying.
I almost want to preface it by saying it's a C+ because it's like I was laughing at some parts. Like,
yes.
It was funny.
See,
it was so funny. It was
okay.
But
The Room,
okay,
but The Room and War of the Worlds are still F movies.
Sure.
They're hilarious. But those are F movies.
I'll be willing to go down to like a D- for you, just because you are correct.
Well, don't do it for me. Give it the grade you want to give it.
The quality of the movie is shit, but I did enjoy myself. It wasn't like I absolutely hated watching this movie.
Like Alien 3, I was like, this is the dumbest movie made. Why did they go this route?
And then they went back to Marines. They're like, it's time to bring the army back in.
Yeah, the plot of this movie at least kind of made sense. Like, they at least attempted to say this is why these things are happening. Yeah. I still thought they were stupid, but it was so bad I was laughing. I hated Ron Perlman. I hated the Winona Ryder plot twist because, again, it was predictable, and I was like, okay, really, that's the
I just keep bringing up this plot twist, but honestly, if someone hasn't watched this movie already, like, spoiler, just say what the plot twist is. Just say what it is.
Well,
she's a robot.
Yeah,
I thought the Sigourney Weaver acting,
depressed ass robot,
trying to act like a robot throughout the movie, I thought was comical because it just, especially the basketball scene.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. The basketball scene is funny as fuck.
So dumb, but I couldn't help laughing. I was at least entertained. And kept my eyes.
That might
open.
Be the second worst.
My eyes, hoping that the movie would get better when I opened them, and it didn't.
That might be the second worst basketball scene I've ever seen in movies.
Yeah.
The worst one. You guys know the worst one, right?
What's the worst one?
Catwoman.
Oh, no.
There's a basketball scene in Catwoman.
Yes.
Did you see her jump shot?
I blocked.
Not the cleanest. Look, Michael Kidd Gilchrist would be like, "Yeah, that's a good shot." Yeah.
Are you thinking of that? The Jordan signature shimmy, whatever the hell?
You talking about double team?
Yeah. You mean Jordan's signature shimmy? Jordan has never done that shit in his life.
No, that was the Disney Plus show Big Shot, where she like it's like the
most half-assed.
The John Stamos show. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then the whole scene where like the alien's basically, hey, you're my fucking mom, and she
oh my
delivers
god,
that line later on in the movie, like, I'm its mother. I'm like,
that whole plot, I cringed.
Yeah, it was cringy bad.
Also, when she kills the alien, stupid ending.
Yeah.
Really dumb.
Stupid. The alien just gets sucked out of the window and goes like, ah, how could you? Oh no. And then she goes, like, I'm sorry. It's like, these creatures are trying to kill people. You messed up human android / whatever the fuck you are, a clone.
But also, she just like flicks the acid at the window. Wouldn't that have like burned through?
It did. It burned a small hole instead of like the whole window, you know?
No, I'm talking about hole. I'm talking about through her.
No, because
she's a robot, but she's not an acid.
I think her DNA is like connected. She's not like I don't think Ripley 8's a robot. I think Ripley 8's like a clone human.
Okay, then wouldn't her
with alien DNA, which tells you how stupid the fucking plot is.
They describe her as a human alien hybrid.
Yep, thank you. So the acid wouldn't burn through her.
That's still dumb, and I refuse to acknowledge it.
Oh no, that's fine. I think the plot is fucking stupid. You can acknowledge that.
Yeah.
It's
so
fine.
It says she has acid blood, she has super strength, and she has a.
I think it's hilarious that Winona Ryder tries to like play off her character being like, "No, Ripley 8 is gonna portray us like she's an awful person. She's a clone. F her, like we have to leave her behind," and then it turns out that she's an android and she's just trying to fuck everyone over anyway. So I'm like this plot does not work. Like everything about this does not work. Am I glad I watched the extended edition? No, because I want to see like more of this movie. Did I have a fun time? Sure. I mean, I don't know.
Wait, I didn't even know there was an extended.
Oh yeah, there's an extended edition. Honestly, there's like it's not anything special. They even come on with like the director, like John Pierre goes like, "Oh, Gene. This is Gene." John Pierre goes like, "This is a special edition of Alien Resurrection. It's a film I'm really proud of. Actually, this isn't even directorial cut. We just added some like things here and there, and like we hope you enjoy it." And I'm like, I'm not even getting a fucking director's cut. Like, what's the point of this fucking cut right now? Like, at least give me something. Like, give me a deleted scene or something. I'm like, oh my god. Apparently, there's like one kind of big difference. I can tell you at the end of the podcast, or we can keep going. I don't want to like spoil stuff for people still. Let's keep going. I mean, I guess we already spoiled that.
Jean-Pierre Jeunet said, the movie was great. I have a lot of shots that I love. For the people that don't like it, I say fuck you. And
did he really say that?
To Jean-Pierre Jeunet, I say fuck you right back.
Did he really say that? Did he?
He
really
did.
Say
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's kind of baller on his part.
Joss Whedon didn't even like the movie. He said that it closely followed his script but was poorly executed. I agree with you, Josh.
I agree, Josh. Thank you for
your movie was fucking terrible, and I give this an F. 67.97. I hated this.
Okay, interesting.
I didn't expect to hate it as much as I did, though I've heard bad things about it for a long time. I did not expect to be as low on it as I was.
It's not a good movie, but I'm willing to tell people it's most certainly a D- in quality, but some people might enjoy it just for the entertainment value.
There are people that think it's fun.
Yeah. I think I fall in between, like on the middle of it being fun. I don't know what Tommy falls on it in terms of it being fun, but it's a D- quality movie. I'll go D- 42.4. Hope everyone's okay with that.
I'm furious.
It is what it is.
Absolutely.
Livid. Disgusted.
I no longer respect any of your opinions on this podcast.
Jean Pierre, fuck that guy. No.
Tommy?
No, actually, I mean,
Oh, that's right. You gave it.
He gave it like a C minus.
He gave it like an A+. So.
Yeah,
No, he didn't. No, he did
A+, baby.
Might as well have. All right. Well, short and
this
sweet.
Might be
tonight.
one of the quicker podcasts we've ever done.
You always know when we hate the movies when the episodes are like 30 minutes.
Yeah. I genuinely don't know what we're doing.
Can I end it by saying, give me a standout performance from these two movies?
No.
Do you have one? Do you have one?
Me for putting up with it? I don't know. Like,
okay, I was trying to get some positivity in the room. Is positivity with us? It's like
Sigourney Weaver for playing multiple versions of herself. Kudos to you.
Good call.
I guess.
Raymond Cruz for acting like Tuco in the middle of a
thank you for giving us a glimpse of what was to come with Tuco Salamanca.
Oh
so
man,
I appreciate it.
What if this was the role that got him eyed for Breaking Bad?
And you know what? It was all worth it.
When he snaps his fingers on Breaking Bad and goes,
"That's tight. That's tight." Yeah, like if it got him Tuco Salamanca, then you know what? The death of the Alien franchise was worth it. Except, much like Alien Ripley, they're gonna keep bringing it back again and again. I have no idea whether next week is going to be Prometheus and Alien Covenant, or whether we're going to go in a slightly different direction and go with Shutter Island and The Wolf of Wall Street. But we're going to do one of those two things, and you're just going to have to tune back in to find out for your damn self. So do that shit. Bye.